really disappointing. But now Prokhorovka is going to be our first map between these two. The Caps, one in the middle, one on the western side over the rails, and it's going to be Team CryptiK taking on the defense with Oops, the tough giraffes, taking on the attack. Let's see about the lineups. Team CryptiK, what are you bringing? I'm not surprised. Are you?
A lot of wizards, one IS-7 there for a better cooldown, and 2 Bachats on defense side for CryptiK. On attack, a T100 Lite from Oops. So they can do a really super aggressive spot wherever they choose and follow up with the rest of the team. Like, possibilities are endless. Like, they can even decide to play 1-2 line with this. They can go to the village side and spot with the Light on the center. Like, they will be faster than any Bachat or anything else.
You can see double Bachat from Oops in the beginning, making their way towards the G0 position as Insane takes the middle spot, and it's just Milosh that's going to be driving in the middle.
Wow, I hope he will have some kind of cover, because if he's left alone on this side of the rail, he's going to get annihilated by CryptiK. CryptiK is not afraid to push on one guy.
No. Insane in the meantime spotting out the eastern side of WZ now for Team CryptiK. Are moving towards the rail because they have seen Oopses.
Yeah, but Milosh is not spotted yet, so he is a bit left of alone here. But Oops is approaching that middle rapidly. They're going to try to prevent CryptiK from even playing any kind of cooldown over the rail or cross it. But if they manage to get a light tank around the cap there, they actually might create some kind of pressure.
Insane's now all the way going around. Milosh got himself spotted out in the middle area. He needs to be careful because those Bachats from CryptiK are starting to make their way towards him. The 5As from Oops have now approached the rail as well, and they're trying to make a little bit of a crossfire here, and it seems to be working out so far for Oops with Milosh from this side. CryptiK so far has not reacted to the threat of that 5A. Lucky Blast is now coming on towards the side, but pure skill is bleeding, and there come Camille and Carol. They're coming over. They're trying to do the damage. Oops is going for the up and over as Gremik is isolated in the northern side of the map. Pure skill drops towards the one-shot, but the push from Oops continues, and they're trying to make it work. Halu's the next targeted in his 5A, and he is going to go down quickly as well. Raging Potato in the meantime for Oops gets back across the rails though, and Oops is just making this a slaughter. They're down on HP, but look at the gun in the game.
The gun in the game is still on Oops' side. The Bachat of CryptiK will go and reload now, and Oops should have an upper hand. They still have those 3 one-shooters. The problem is only the last one is Insane and light tank, but even a light tank can just penetrate the tanks in the back. 4 guys from Oops against 3 and 1 burning one from CryptiK.
Yeah, Insane now gets behind Gremik in his 5A, who went to deal with that northern attack. He actually, oh no, he didn't bounce. Now Insane will get the better of him. Already on 2k damage actually in that T100. He picks up the kill. Beautiful stuff there from the T100. Great play from Oops. Great counterplay. It's just Lucky Blast and Micmac and their bots on the run. But don't think they're going to be able to escape this one.
It does look like Oops completely anticipated what will CryptiK do, and they just did a really good countermeasure. If I remember, when CryptiK played against Kazna, they lost 5-0 because Kazna just went into their face on every possible map and preventing them from any kind of rotation.
Yeah, just outplayed them with aggression.
Yeah.
Pure aggression versus aggression, and then the player skill came into effect. Micmac making a little bit of a run for it, but it's only a matter of time.
It's going to be only about the mileage here. It's not going to be about the victory. The victory is definite.
And Insane's chasing him down anyways in that T100.
The thing why is Micmac actually running away, if it effectively comes to that tiebreaker. Tiebreaker is decided by the fastest winning attacking route. Since Oops is attacking now, Micmac will try to buy some seconds for his team, so Oops at least cannot, for this game, choose the side. But of course, tiebreaker would be very far-fetched option here.
Well, Micmac peeks out on towards Insane, gets double tapped by him and Camille, and that's the first round going in favor of Oops quite comfortably. And that's a good read there on what they were doing. Crossfire with Milosh and then just dumping over as Gremik is isolated against the T100.
If CryptiK wanted to play super aggressive and careless, they would probably find Milosh and kill him and win the game. But it's really harsh to think that Oops had no coverage, and by the time they realized the heavies are on the other side, they really were in no option to push because Oops would just shoot them in the flank anyways and annihilate them while their Bachats are far away. It was just a good read by Oops, an aggressive play, a bit of a risk, and that's it. But Insane playing a second damage dealer on a map with his light, that's really cool because he actually ended up in a back position behind them and he was sniping them in the back constantly.
Not happy about Camille being first there, mate.
Why? Camille is like only in my ESL team. So what's the problem there? It's just a good day, Daki.
This is turning into a really bad day. I think I'm just going to go home and go to sleep and forget this ever happened.
Now we're going to go out tonight and celebrate. We're going to party, man.
You wish.
Well, another game is getting prepared here on Prokhorovka. Oops will now be defending. We have no reason to believe they will play more static than they did now. They're just gonna go take the positions. They like to play on the other side of the village side when they defend Prokhorovka, but that was only one
I
time.
don't think they're going to be playing super passive, though, because CryptiK has shown that they can break the passive defense against multiple opponents.
And team that has a good cooperation like Oops doesn't have to play passive. They can play in the face of CryptiK. Now CryptiK can maybe try to use that, but so far didn't work for them.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think Oops will be going super passive. We'll see, though. Team CryptiK, I expect them to bring out those 5As again. It's their standard go-to, like the 4 or 5As in the i7. They might change it up, but if the first round tells us anything, doesn't look like it.
Well, Oops is just super prepared this season, so they're hard to beat by anyone. CryptiK definitely being last on standings at the moment. He has a hardest possible opponent in a season, and probably hardest for them by the Oops playstyle, because Oops can counter them with the speed.
Oops now going to be on the defensive side. Team CryptiK going to be on the attack. We'll see what they decide to go for, as Team CryptiK is going with that 4 times 5A with the bats behind, and Oops having an STRV there in the mix. Let's see. Both teams so far going towards the middle. Deja, I hope he can do a lot in that STRV actually.
Yeah, no big change here. CryptiK took 1 bachat more instead of one of the VZ tanks, and Oops pretty much replaced a light tank for a STRV that is played by Deja. So they still have 2 bachats, the same VZ lineup, and Deja is playing an STRV. Yeah, Insane went to bachat now, but that's just details. Potato, potato.
Creator peeks up and over. In the meantime, the 5As from both teams getting spotted out. Some shots being traded, but none connected so far. Karov and Raging here trying to play against Gremek and Pure the King. Trying to get some side shots. It's just a little bit of a standoff.
Insane is already departing, and he will monitor the back of his teammates. He will probably park on a rail to see if there is any flanking maneuver by the bachats of CryptiK. They have 3 of them, so they have a bit of more leverage than Oops. Also, STRV is not the tank that can really push and get the shots in. But Oops so far is just holding their ground. They're in no rush. There is slight amount of damage exchanged, and it's all in Oops' favor so far. 1 shot given to Hollow, 1 to number 1. Love Claudia, that's so sweet and romantic and everything what you want. But Insane is spotted now on the lower line. The only problem is there is absolutely no one who can shoot him.
Mikmak and Senti are trying to make their way towards him, though. He needs to be careful not to get got out over there. In the meantime, the 5A still trading in the middle. So far, Oops getting the better of them. But if these bats get behind the lineup from Oops, it could be disastrous. In the meantime, counter rotation coming out with Deja, Insane, and Camille, starting to take some of that 1-2 line control.
Yeah, but Lucky Blast is still waiting there. He can effectively clip out Camille if Camille plays carelessly. But if STRV positions to pound on these heavy tanks unspotted from the bushes up, that's going to be pretty much the end. Mikmak is trying to snapshot a bit on these heavies. I think that will be the trigger for Oops actually to push.
Yeah, here we go. Karov, Raging Potato already pushing forward. Insane Camille in the meantime on the other side also. Pure the King is the first target. In the meantime, Santi, Mikmak trying to get in position to do the damage. Insane, Deja, they're all pushing forwards. Camille as well. Lucky Blast needs to have a big impact in this game because his heavies are starting to be surrounded. Number 1 is going to be the first target for the side of Oops. Insane will probably pick it up. There we go. Now Gremek trying to push over, and Oops seems to have found an isolation. They're down in HP, but they're doing good at removing Gun from the game. They lose Creator, they lose Raging though, and now Oops needs to make this work. They need to start taking guns away from the side of CryptiK.
It's still not decided, but Oops is looking better because they have a STRV who is pumping damage from the close proximity. Milos is still alive, and we know what kind of beast he is in his heavy tank. What a low roll on that bachat, oh my dear god. And there we go, bachats from the Oops should be in reload rather soon.
Yeah, Milosh in the meantime dueling with Gremek. Gremek getting slightly the better of him. Deja needs to be careful as he's about to get flanked by Lucky Blast and his bachat. Insane is about 8 seconds away of reload as well. Camille 12 seconds. Milosh really needs to pick up the skill. Deja in the meantime can't do much as he's flanked by the bat from Lucky Blast, who's going to make that kill, but Insane's coming in to help him. Actually, Insane and Camille probably going to go for Mikmak first as finally Milosh wins his duel. Lucky Blast now on reload. That leaves Mikmak all by himself, and Oops again edging themselves forward in this one.
Better cooperation, better focused fire, and that's about that. There is no big brainiac action in this game. They gave the lower ground to CryptiK. They were waiting for someone to start clipping them from that side, so would actually push forward. That's why they intentionally bounded it, because they had more guns. They took a couple of shots in the back, but they knew that most of the time Batshuts will be out of the game.
Indeed, and Oops push was just more focused, you know, when they have 6 tanks going for just a mere 4, because 2 bots are out of the game, Lucky Blast clipping from the side. They just have that better focus fire. It's just easier.
There was a lot of damage taken by, on start example, by Raging Potato, not because he positioned badly, it's just like he was focused out first, and he was the easiest one to shoot for guys of CryptiK. But he hit well, he bought time also, and the remaining guys from Oops had clear shots on the CryptiK guys who were always in lower position. When you fight on Prokhorovka here, you actually never want to be down. When you are down, you usually use all initiative and you just die.
Lucky Blast, in the meantime, trying to pick up Insane, has 3 shots left. It's not going to work out for him, though. Has 1 more chance to pick up Insane. There we go. Now his final shot, he'll put it into Kamil. That was a triple kill for Lucky Blast, but Kamil going to pick up the final kill of this round with his double. Makes it 2-0 for Oops.
It's interesting how you say Kamil picks up the final kill for this round, which will probably make him have a really good round again.
You want a solo cast? I'll just go away, mate.
Why would you do that, Kamil? Be happy for our friend Kamil. He's doing really well.
I'm so happy.
There you go. That's the smile.
Wow. Elated.
So it looked kind of close in this game, but the upper hand was all the time held by
Kamil,
Oops.
stop doing damage, I swear.
But Lucky Blast was above him, see?
It doesn't matter. I don't have Lucky Blast on my team.
Is there a chance I think Ryan has it, actually?
Maybe. But it doesn't matter. He's so far down the bottom.
Even with your ding ping?
Yeah, he's going to be so far behind. It doesn't matter.
Okay. Again, full-out brawl by Oops toward CryptiK. Something we said is a strong point for CryptiK, but when they're faced by teams with a good focus fire and determination, like Kazna is, like Oops,
I don't know about this map. I don't know about this map coming out. Himmelsdorf between Oops and Team CryptiK. Taking on Oops on Himmelsdorf is brave.
He's brave.
It's very brave, especially when you have 33% win ratio on your overall Himmelsdorf.
We who are about to die salute you. That's their new
Oops
call.
has never lost the defense on Himmelsdorf.
Are they playing defense first?
No, but they're attacking first. They only have 75% on attack. It's
and
okay.
100 on defense. Like, yes, details.
Details.
CryptiK, I hope you are planning something really original for us, because we do want to see it dearly.
Well, they better have something original planned for us, because if not, they're going to go down rather quickly. They're going to be they're going to be defending first, actually. So that's the one thing they have going for them, I'd say. Let's look at the lineups. Very heavy. No bots for CryptiK.
2 mouse tanks and E3 and Ice 4. I don't like when I see Ice 4. It just evolves around positioning it on 1 or 2 spots that are all known, while Oops has 2 mouse tanks and Type 5. So they have a really good setup and 50Bs. They have a good setup to decamp the upper positions easily.
Yeah, it's going to be... I want to see what Oops brings on their attack, because it's going to be... Seeing them play on attack is always interesting, because they always have like a really good split, a lot of rotations going on, and they seem to have the timings nailed down very well as well.
Well, we talk about rotations. Look at the Oops setup. They have 2 50Bs, 1 Batchat, and 1 on 3. Potentially, that's like 4 tanks that can rotate. Usually, that's 3 of them, a Batchat and 2 50Bs, and 1 on 3 will always roam between those super heavies and them to be kind of a link. And usually, what they do is, most of the teams, they just leave that 1-1-3 because of the hard turret exactly where Miloš is on that sandbag, so he can spot. Quite a lot of blind shots here coming in from CryptiK, but I don't know why, because there is no real position where Oops would keep a tank there. That's usually a position for something like old school FVTD, if you remember, shooting that galley.
Yeah, that's indeed true. Also pay attention to Kamil's loadout, actually. For this map, he has 10, 20, 10 APCR, 20 heat, because he's going to be shooting at those heavies a lot of the time. Those small things people might not always notice.
Pure the King here watching the lower line. There was some brilliant round here played by Karolf and Oops when they managed to bring the game back after losing Raging in E3 against Gohard. If you remember, Karolf was tanking there like a boss, couple of tanks, and then
put him in the Type 5 now. It has more HP.
And that derp can pen anything.
So now they're going to be making their way forward. Karolf and Insane starting to approach. CryptiK still holding an angle into those trains. You can obviously shoot below them. Might get a connection on towards one of the mouses at least. Some early damage. They need it. They're down a little bit. Micmac in the meritorious position.
I don't like the position of CryptiK at all. They're relying everything on Senti and Lucky Blast doing some kind of surprise against Oops and managing to pen the shots from that far distance. Like everything is evolving around that for CryptiK. But look at this, Micmac and like the TD that's played by Halu are pretty much isolated up. So a strong push from two sides on upper cap could break them easily.
Well, CryptiK spotted them out. He's now going to be falling back to more safe position where he can angle. Raging to take one shot on the crossing. But that's going to be it so far as well. He's now Pure is now holding another angle to see if those mouses are coming. But Oops doesn't really push K-Line. They just kind of take control over it and then rotate.
Yeah, they usually leave one tank there, two max, and then they rotate everyone else. But they might try to change it.
They're pushing it now. Karolf and Insane are starting to make their way across. Pure, the King, is going to be their first opponent when it comes down to it. They're just going to go behind a house for now, angle off of it. And what is going to be their next move once they've done this?
They will have to cross in one moment. But look at this, Raging is taking a lot of damage in that Type 5 Heavy. Type 5 Heavy maybe has a really nice derp gun that can counter most of the things, but definitely doesn't have the best armor because of a lot of straight edges on that armor. It can be penned even from vast distances.
Yeah, they did trade in return though. Lucky Blast took at least 2 shots of damage in his AMX-50B for the damage taking onto Raging. CryptiK peeked out versus Karolf, took 1 shot from Insane as well. So far, Oops, they're not losing the trade, but they're not winning it either. The rotation is starting to happen though. Creator is making his way towards the hill. Ooh, and Insane and Karolf are actually starting to make their way forward. They want to take out CryptiK from this game, but...
And they can, and they're bouncing all these shreds. Look at this.
Insane. I think he just had 7 ricochets in a row off of his mouse, and now Karolf can start dueling with CryptiK. He's not going to be happy about this one. It's a 113 versus a mouse, and Karolf getting the connections in. CryptiK can do as much as he wants, but in the end, he's still going to go down here, and that's going to be a big opening for the side of Oops.
It's going to be a huge opening here, and they will still have 50Bs ready to roam wherever they want. I was thinking, like, they even have a choice when they attract the attention here with mouses. They can even cross with one of the 50Bs and just finish off Pure the King. But it's not needed. They judged well. They're sharing HP between Insane and Karolf. Look at this, like, both on 1700. Everyone is taking a shot at a turn, so they can be a fighting machines all the time. And there we go. Pure the King is dead. And Oops has a tank advantage already. Yeah,
tank advantage, HP all even, but that gun in the game and the positional control that Oops has now currently gained is going to excel them in this round. In the meantime, Micmac has left at A7 position, so number 2 base, if Oops decide to go for it, is open again.
And that's a huge problem now here for CryptiK. CryptiK does have 250Bs in a game, but when there is a huge cap pressure here on the upper side, and then there will be a pressure from the lower side, if there is no good rotation coming in from CryptiK now that can surprise Oops, they will lose a game. But if they catch the 50Bs now while they're approaching up in a good read, a blind read, they can actually win a game just by that.
The issue, though, for the side of Team CryptiK is that Miloš is still in that window position, so he will spot those 50Bs if they do decide to cross. Micmac already took a little bit of damage for that as well. They cannot cross safely with Kamil and Miloš. They will get spotted.
No. Miloš is really keeping a hawk eye on them, and that's why we can see Creator and Deha are playing really conservative there. They immediately pulled back, and they will do some side shots now.
Ooh, Santi on the crossing getting cut out a little bit. Takes 1 shot of damage, but now he got a cross, but that doesn't really gain CryptiK anything. Santi's in no man's land. What does he do from here?
He'll probably die.
He's going to take one from
There
Kamil.
we go, Kamil,
right
wake-up call.
Kamil's like, hello, Santi's like, I don't know what to do now, guys. Deha, Creator, they're starting to make their way forward. Santi, I think he realizes he's in trouble because nobody's going to come and save him. Deha, Creator just about to come off reload, and that is Santi down and out. Creator peeks out together with Deha. That's another tank down for the side of Team CryptiK. One more shot to finish the job, and there we go. Santi goes down, and now CryptiK, what do? 2 guns down, and Oops with complete control over the map.
I have idea what's going to happen. YOLO one way, but it's going to be a mouse and really a lot of slow tanks. So what's left here? Lucky Blast, but Lucky Blast cannot cross. So they're going to have to find a way to decap Kamil, which is rather easy from the window. But how do you decap 50Bs? You actually have to come straight for them. Miloš is already crossing the green yard, and he is going to monitor that. Mouses are pushing from the rail, and they have to keep at least a mouse and an E3 to deal with that. So that leaves Raging completely free to just drive and get in their backs.
The triple cap has now started for the side of Oops. Well, double cap now. 52 seconds left on that one as Insane and Kerov are still making their way forward. That leaves Halu in a position where he is forced to watch them. He gets a big connection towards Insane, but that is the moment that Kerov and Insane are going to be like, we can cross further. Raging Potato starting to close the distance, and here comes the push from Team CryptiK. Micmac, #1, starting to cross over. Insane actually goes down towards Halu. That's not that great. Milosh missing a shot as well, and these 50Bs better do the damage now because they're going to be in trouble if they don't. Creator, Deca starting to clip out. They tried to get Micmac out of the game, but he's safely behind that mouse. He's getting shot in the back though. Creator getting perma-tracked actually. Camille picks it up from the side. Lucky Blast in the meantime removes Creator from this game. And Oops, starting to look a little bit sloppy.
No, I think they were just taking initial engagement because they decided that they want to trade. Yes, Insane dying to Halo was something they didn't count on, but they decided, okay, number love, Claudia is pushing, IS4 is pushing, we're going to take out IS4, definitely we will lose something, but we'll again lower the number of guns. And they peeked from 3 sides. We saw only 2 guys shooting 50Bs, but there was Camille behind the church and there was also Milosh peeking in their backs.
I just love how the Team CryptiK side just got flanked by Raging Potato and the Type 5 who drove around them all the way through the 3 line. He picked up Lucky Blast and he's now starting to shoot them from behind as Camille and Milosh remove 2 more guns from Team CryptiK. That leaves just Halu in his E3 in the train station, but the train's going home, mate.
Yeah, we already said, like, this is a really highly favorable map here for Oops, and CryptiK just lost their defense. I mean, not yet, but it's gonna happen in really near future.
Yeah, 29 seconds left on the cap. Not really any way out for Halu. Milosh coming from behind, looking for some damage, gets the shot on towards Halu. Milosh is 890 HP, so he could technically die to Halu, but realistically he won't. He's side scraping, Halu doesn't connect the shot, and with 5 seconds left, either Milosh kills them or they cap. Milosh just about to come off reload as the cap hits, and that is it. That's Oops picking up their 3rd round in a row, 3-0.
3-0 for Oops, something we already expected as a result. I was thinking maybe there is a chance for CryptiK to pick up a round on Prokhorovka. It didn't happen. This might even end in 5-0 score again, like a last match. But Oops showing a good form still, even after the vacation time, and CryptiK just doesn't have an answer for them.
No. Not working out well for them. Milosh coming in with 5k damage as well. Great play in that 113. And Team CryptiK, once they lost that 113, game over pretty much.
Yeah,
also when Micmac left that position, like...
They had no answers.
No.
And Oops was just always a step ahead of them.
And
they were just
crossing by himself. I don't know what was up there.
I don't know. Like they were just like trying to react to what Oops does, but Oops already had plan ahead. And they already had like a game 1 minute ahead what they want to play, while CryptiK was just, oh, maybe we should do this or that. And they were always forced to do things that Oops actually wanted.
Well, now Team CryptiK is going to be attacking.
There is a chance for them, actually, much better than to wait for Oops to come.
Yeah, Team CryptiK is going to be attacking. Oops is going to be defending. Can they break Oops' defense? I don't know.
A hard YOLO. Maybe, but I believe
they've already done that.
They've done it. They can maybe make a new way to do it. Maybe they will find a new way to surprise us. They did surprise Ding in that game on Himmelsdorf, but Ding is often surprised lately, so we will not take that as a true merit in here.
No.
Oops is the one to measure it with, and we know they react really well. So at the moment, we need to see what are the picks coming in, because there's going to tell us a lot about mentality in the Team CryptiK at the moment. If you see a really fast lineup, we know what's going to happen.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll judge them by the tank picks who are just about to come out. So let's look. Team CryptiK, no, fairly standard setup, Mojo.
3 mouse tanks and a Type 5 heavy. Rather slow setup. I'm super surprised. Only and Bachat and 50B. On other hand, wait. It showed like from wrong sides. Like the Oops is attacking and CryptiK defending.
But Oops just attacked.
Yeah. Well, it was just a graphic error, I guess. Oops is defending, as we know, and they're playing with 2 mouse tank size for 2-1-1-3s, 50B and E3. 2-1-1-3s. I haven't seen lineups with 2-1-1-3s in a while, I can say. Maybe they will try to press even a bit down the rail, more aggressive than usual.
Double 113 pushing down though. Can they catch somebody from CryptiK here with this? It's not like 100% usual.
Ooh, immediate connection on Pure Duck King. And he's 1-1-3, but he did have a medic. Was that no? Was it the commander he lost, or was he just tracked?
I think he was just tracked.
Okay, he just repaired and went in his spotting position. So Kerolf is taking the lower position here on the rail. He will monitor the lower K line to see is CryptiK trying something like a super heavy push down the rail. It was done in previous seasons. If you remember, Ding was doing that really well with a couple of mouse tanks. But it's an old meta that didn't work in a while.
No. Lucky Blast did make his way through the 8 line though, in that bad shot. But they have Insane in that IS-4, the position we hate so much. Holding off on that cap over there.
Seriously, I think there should be a mural of Meritorious there. Like, he deserves it. He's the first to
like
play
a stone.
Like, rest in peace, you know, with a nice face and everything.
Be careful, dead Meritorious.
Yeah, Meritorious was here. So
multiple times, actually.
Multiple times.
Insane's actually pushing forward a little bit.
It's like a proper video game. You load and you die many times over. We saw Oops play several times from that side, even kind of baiting the enemy to come and attack them while they were keeping some tanks hidden from the upper side. And also we've seen Insane playing IS-4 rather radically different than other guys, if you remember. He was actually attacking, chasing people, spotting constantly, and so on. So he was not like a passive guy just waiting behind the corner for someone to come. So that actually brought Oops a lot of information in previous matches. Maybe if CryptiK knows how to sneak someone behind him, they can use it against him. But he's also relying a lot on the information from his teammates. So if nothing is spotted anywhere, he will not risk moves like that.
I just want to point out, Team CryptiK is sending a Type 5 back over the hill.
It's going to take a while.
It is going to take a while. It's Gremek in a Type 5 heavy, climbing the hill again.
It's going to be a long round. But sending super heavies over the hill says only one thing to us, guys. They will have to commit on cap number 2, because there will be no time for any further rotations. Once they commit there, that's it. And once Oops sees the first tank, they will know. That's it. That's the play.
Gremek slowly making his way onto the hill in that Type 5 heavy. It's going to take a while before he's across. When they do get across, though, they are going to go for number 2 base. There's no other way, and it won't be time for anything else either. Halu pushing forward. Gremek as well. They're all waiting. I mean, all CryptiK is doing and all that's going to happen is they're going to wait for the super heavies to come across the hill, then they're going to make their way towards the cap.
Yeah, but that's, again, that one-sided play we were talking about, plan A, and there is no plan B whatsoever in that kind of regard. If they get stopped, that's it. The round is over. And the time will be critical. They will need at least 2 more minutes to even get in position to attack. It's going to be 4 minutes. That means
he just made his way to the top of the hill. 1 minute and 30 seconds later, I think.
So he needs to go over now, go downhill. I mean, mouse doesn't go faster downhill anyways. It's still 20 kilometers per hour, no matter what. So not the best play there. At least they have... no, they don't even have an advantage in HP.
The giraffe camo just feels so weird on the city map. Honestly, it just feels so weird. But Oops seems to be, I mean, kind of ready for this at least. They've pulled back Creator, Deka's waiting there as well, Insane. Even if they do come over the hill, they're going to take damage for this and they're not going to be able to do much in return.
If this is a 4-0 already and we are going to mines like this, I think this is going to be like 5-0. 5-1 at best if CryptiK picks up their defense on mines. But the play they're going to make here will be crucial if they want to come back in the match. I don't like this kind of one-sided plays. I really don't, because they don't have any kind of backup plan. But if they make it work, great.
Santi on the crossing takes 2 shots of damage. Gremek now taking damage as well. That's Creator and Deja from the back lines, making it work. Raging Potatoes now starting to rotate as well. Halu taking some in his mouse, and CryptiK is bleeding all over the place to make this approach. They're going to bleed some more on the crossing as Deja is holding the angle. Actually, he bounced that one on Gremek. That Type 5 is annoying to shoot at. You don't always penetrate.
No, not always, but still. The chances are much higher than with the mouse, who is angled, of course.
Now, does Gremek actually have time to kill Insane? Because he's going to need at least 4-5 shots to kill that IS-4.
I don't think it's going to even come to that. I think Oops will muster forces and push way before that moment. It's going to be a lot of mini clashes on the map. Kerolf will probably push on number 1, Claudia, and let us remember he can even just bypass him and leave him because it's a mouse tank. He doesn't care. And then that will be completely one tank less for CryptiK, who will come into the fight maybe 60 to 90 seconds later than anyone else.
Number one trying to get that connection through.
I seriously think this
little
Kirov
gap.
should just leave and go.
Yeah, he could just abandon this position if he wants to. Number one is trying to control him though. Karov needs to be careful. There's an angle there for number one. There we go. Nice connection. 477 on towards the side. The cap has started off for Team CryptiK. It's Lucky Blast and Halu shielding him.
Again, a huge sacrifice here, but the mouse tank can angle up well, and then we have a Type 5 waiting for enemies. There we go. This is approached by Oops, coming in now. 500 damage on Camille, but the team is progressing, and it's rather cheap. Lucky Blast took so much damage there, although he was theoretically protected.
Well, here comes the tanks from Oops around the corner. Gremek in the Type 5 Heavy is going to be the first target. Raging Potato needs to line up the shot, though, against this mouse. He might go switch over to the Type 5, trying to do what he can in Gremek, but the HP, there's so much down already. Decha picks up Lucky Blast in the meantime. Gremek is not going to get another shot off. The flank comes out, though, from Micmac from behind together with Santi, but is this going to be enough to actually make a difference? Do keep in mind, a lot of the HP for CryptiK's on the other side in number one in the mouse, and they just lost another tank.
This is complete annihilation here. We have only 3 tanks from CryptiK left here, while there is Mouse on completely opposite side of the map here, and he's out of the play, and he will be beat by his heals all the time by Karov. Yeah,
Karov chasing him, not letting him go anymore, as Decha is going to put a shot in towards Santi, who's on reload, trying to run away. Micmac, full HP bad shot, also on reload, and there comes Creator from the back lines as we know it, making the plays.
Yeah, I noticed that Camille was first in the line. Not a good play, mate. Not a good play.
Great play, actually, from Camille there, showing what it is to be a team player. Number one in the meantime, still dueling with Karov. He is getting the better of him, but the rest of the team's kind of dying in the meantime.
Yeah, by the time he gets anything done to Karov that matters, the game will already be over, and there will be a lot of Oops players coming for him.
There's a lot of HP on the Oops team as well. Miloš Decha pretty much full. Miloš picks up Micmac, claims that for himself. Creator halfway through his reload, 12 seconds left. Number one is getting shot in the back still by Karov.
Wow.
Yeah,
That's not the best shot.
Getting shot in the back.
But not damaged.
I didn't say damage, I just said getting shot in the back. Needs to be specific, Mojo. Creator might pick up another kill here, or Karov's going to do it from his position. Let's find out. It is going to be Karov in the 113, and that is 4-0 for Oops as well.
Really a lot of hard matches today. Landslides. Complete landslides.
Who's defending first on mines?
It's CryptiK.
I don't know, at least something, right?
Well, that's a chance, but we've seen Oops attack on mines, and it's really strong. They have 70% win rate on mines, which is horrific.
5 players from Oops in the top 5. Very one-sided.
Camille is not there.
Good.
Yeah,
give a little bit of spotlight to the rest of the team. Sharing is caring.
Yeah, that's very generous of him, but I do need those fantasy points to catch up to Daki Camille, you know? I did a lot of investment here. Help out the brother, come on.
You don't deserve any help after what you did to me.
What? I just made you pretty.
There will be this day, Mojo, when your happiness turns to ash in your mouth and you will know that that is paid.
I just realized that actually that tie goes really well with the CryptiK's logo.
Uh-huh.
Look.
Goes really well with the WGL logo as well.
Looks cool.
Yeah.
We have you in the stars.
Because I shine bright like a diamond.
Ah, there you go, there you go. That's the spirit, man. We are looking for that.
Man,
See, there are stars here falling
I swear to God,
down.
man. Like, I hate you. I hate all of them.
Come on,
everybody.
don't be like an ugly duckling, man.
And
Share the love.
I am the beautiful swan, okay, Mojo? Like, I'll have you know, please. Thank you very much. Okay. But now, mine's coming out between Team CryptiK and Oops. CryptiK going to be on the defense. Oops on the attack. 5-0, I think it is.
There is a large possibility for that, but even if... I believe that Oops can just go out and brawl, and they're going to probably meet CryptiK, who just go to the middle. I mean, this is that kind of game, I believe, coming in. But let's see the lineup. If they have slow tanks, maybe they'll try to camp it out.
Yeah, Team CryptiK is that kind of team that would push the middle, actually, versus Oops. But Oops should expect it at the very least, because it's happened time and time again. But let's see the lineups. Oops on the attack.
And there we go. A full push lineup here coming in from CryptiK, together with a light tank that's usually used to block then. While Oops has a Camille on a light tank, Raimental, and the rest of the fast tanks. There is not a single slow tank in Oops lineup.
Yeah, but they only have one bat. Like for the hill, they have one bat and the Borsig, that's it.
Yeah, but there is other options what they can do with this.
Well, we'll have to see what they actually do decide to do. Here we go. Chinese heavies making their way towards the hill. So is Dech and Kamil. It's going to be a quick engagement in the middle, Mojo. Let's already listen in with Oops and hear how they're going to approach this one.
200.
Okay, indeed, they're yellowing.
We need to overmatch TVP and heavy.
Yeah, go with all heavies and push to VP. He's gonna destroy it.
You have to
Can
go
you
straight
focus
aggressive.
bot, focus bot, focus bot?
3.
I'm pushing VP.
Push to the right.
Yeah,
Cloud,
go,
cloud,
go,
cloud.
I'll do one more. DVP should be on reload.
Give us space, give.
Just push over,
you
man.
been
Just
fucking
push
my
over.
shot.
Two tanks on the hill.
Claudia.
Let's go back.
Hold the shot.
One by
I'll
one.
click.
Yeah.
Click
I'm finished.
I
Left
can
on the
finish. I can finish.
Remek 1,
Derek
Remek 2.
is almost on reload.
GP minus 3.
Derek is reloading. The high can kill him.
Go for pure.
No, the high get shot.
No, I clicked him.
You can get out.
Go Should I chase him? No,
They will shield each other. You need to focus.
Yeah, but if you're not going in, like
No go.
now the light
Yes,
is gonna
go.
kill you from the bot. Like, if you want to fucking go aggressive, you have to go aggressive all the way
Can you
in.
put one?
You cannot just let them make
finish,
some
okay.
shit.
Yeah,
Kill Alu.
DVP reloaded
Hello.
from team. DVP will be, yeah, DVP
I will
is
give
low.
one more shot and I.
They have keep 2 for the GP. Kill the GP, they have. They have to.
Well, Mojos, it's a close round though right now. Decha picks up Senti. It's a 2v2. Lucky Blast though is important. Gremek has full shots as well. Gremek needs to make sure he picks the right engagement here.
He needs to pick the right engagement here, but Creator needs to protect Decha. Decha is actually the guy who will win or lose the match here, because if he loads, Gremek is dead, and they know it. This is why he is the top priority here. Creator will do everything to clear Gremek.
Ooh, Lucky Blast picks up Decha. Creator picks up Gremek. It's the 1v1 right now. Creator, this is your moment. This is the moment to prove everybody what you can do.
What
Nice
a connection by
on the
Lightek
move.
here on the move. Like
820 HP versus 735. A 2-shot versus...
I don't know, man. 3 times?
Three.
You have to shoot 3 times Creator to kill him. But this is the thing. Lightek can easily outmaneuver Creator here. But Creator will probably have to go and start capping somewhere. Unless he can fall down and find Lucky Blast blindly, he will have to resolve to capping sooner or later. But there is a lot of time in a game, and I believe he can actually spend it while looking for Lucky Blast for a minute or two before resolving to something like that.
It's going to take a while before he figures out where he is as well. He did know the last approach that Lucky Blast was taking, so that is something to go with. There's some bad communication there between Creator and Decha, though. Decha should never have been exposed to Gremek.
Never. Like,
I mean, bad positioning from Decha as well. He should have just been taking the T100 shots and not care.
Exactly, and he would reload, and then he would do at least 2 shots or 3 shots.
And Creator should just push
that
Gremek.
would be and that would be the game. But it didn't happen that way, and we are watching one-on-one, the closest game so far between these two. And CryptiK actually doing decent, at least in one game.
Man, you know what I would be doing if I was Creator?
Hmm?
Insane's Rex on the hill. I'd push Insane's Wreck off the hill and push it onto the cap. And use it as a shield for one side. And then play hold down behind it.
That actually would really be okay, because if you cover your engine, it's not easiest thing
Well,
for this light to spend.
Insane's Wreck is next to the hill. Like, it's like on the right of Creator. It's like right there. He could push the Wreck off the hill. It would take him like 30 seconds to a minute. Like, he just passed it. And he could shield himself from one side. And the T100 would pretty much do nothing against it.
I would say the best thing would be to push on a 2-cap and protect himself from the island side, like a narrow angle, and just keep it on the front.
Thing is, he will just get outspotted though. Like he is right now. Ooh, Creator. Seems to be aware of Lucky Blast's position, but Lucky Blast can just run.
Ooh, he's zeroing in. He's zeroing in.
Lucky Blast.
Why are you not running away,
Why is
mate?
he not running? This is a small mistake here from Lucky Blast. He's going to be spotted out by Creator. I mean, he can't play Ring Around the Rosie though. He spots that Creator now. Backs off. Didn't actually get spotted. Oh, he got spotted now though. Now he can play Ring Around the Rosie. Creator needs to go from the left actually, because Lucky Blast can just turn around. How does he play this? He cannot go for this. As long as Lucky Blast plays with the house, he has the advantage.
Yeah, Creator will try to fade, so Lucky Blast loses the vision, and if he peeks on the wrong side, Creator will do one shot on him and have a huge advantage already. So that's the deal. Lucky Blast, the DPM of this light is not good enough to deal with a heavy tank, because Creator has 8.86 reload. And there we go, Lucky Blast manages to spot him, So this is going to be a really game of patience. 5 minutes here. Creator needs 2 shots for Lucky Blast. And if he managed to check him in the first one, that's not going to be a long one.
Lucky Blast has the option as well. If he wants to run, he can actually pass
He
the house.
should run now. Now would be the best moment for him to get the hell out of there.
He could run past the house if he wanted to, but he's just going to play it around it. Creator again coming out of the fade. Lucky Blast is running right now. Creator does not know that he's on the run. He's going around, and Lucky Blast is getting the hell out of there. Creator is not going to see it.
That was a big fail by Creator to let him go on that way, because this was the only possible escape route for Lucky Blast. Lucky Blast can now just circle him around the map, go on the island, go anywhere far, far, far away in a galaxy far beyond.
Creator now realizes what's up. He's going to be driving straight forward, trying to find Lucky Blast again, but Lucky Blast is already moving on towards the island. This is actually, I don't know if this is okay for Lucky Blast. It depends if Creator can spot him out or not.
Creator is just wasting too much time. As you said, he should have played different. Like, either chase him from the very first second or just go for that cap with the corpse.
He is going to go for the cap now. The thing is, Lucky Blast has so much angles, so much map to work with if that does happen.
It's going to be a miracle if actually Creator pulls this off. And it would require a big mistake also from Lucky Blast.
Thing is, the question is if Lucky Blast can actually get the connection, like if he can get the pen. Does he have HE with him? Yeah, he does actually. 2 HE shells. That's important as well, because at one point, if the cap gets too high, he can always load HE.
Let us see. Creator, you can see he's really nervous here, because he has no idea whatsoever which way will Lucky Blast take. Lucky Blast can take a pick. He can go from the base, he can go from upper position, he can go through the back of Creator. There are a lot of choices. Of course, Lucky Blast cannot know where will Creator actually be, what will he aim. There are a lot of options. This is a nice thing Creator is doing. He's trying to buy himself some time by lowering all these trees and bushes, so Lucky Blast actually has to come closer and spot him out.
Question is, can Lucky Blast actually spot him through those bushes, you think, or not? I mean, he's in a lot of foliage. Will it give him enough camo to stay hidden?
Well, he has to spot him from some angle where part of the hull is actually peeking. Tracks don't count in any kind of spotting. So unless he spots part of engine or turret or a hull, it just won't matter.
Lucky Blast now taking another approach. Creator is spotted out though. Lucky Blast, can he find an angle on towards him? He doesn't get the connection so far. He actually misses. Creator
should have a good idea where he is now, because he could see where the shell landed.
Another miss from Lucky Blast.
And the Creator faded. 25 seconds, 24, 23.
Creator's faded now. This is starting to be do or die time here for CryptiK. Lucky Blast needs to make a play, and he's pushing forward. He's coming close, and this will give Creator the opportunity to get the reset. But one reset is Lucky Blast. It's all he needs. He spots him out again. Can he get the connection? Creator turns his turret as well. The bounce. 6 seconds left here. There's one opportunity left for Lucky Blast. Creator spots him out as well. Lucky Blast needs to peek. 1 second. Can he get the reset? Yes, he does. Just in the nick of time, and now he needs to run with 1 minute and 37 seconds left. But that was too close.
That was too close here, and there is still chance for Creator to catch him if he makes a mistake, but that will have to be a huge mistake. He should just get the hell out of there and not even close to the hill. Just go away, man. Just go away.
Well, Lucky Blast is now running as fast as he can, as far away as he can, and Creator, I think, realizes that this is done and dusted. With 1 minute and 15 seconds left, Lucky Blast is already making his way back towards the island, and oops. It's not going to be the 5-0 mojo, because Lucky Blast is going to win the round for his team. Creator thinks that Lucky Blast will be going towards the little city, but little does he know he's on the island.
Yeah, it's going to definitely be a round for CryptiK here. Super close one, and there is a chance for them maybe to come back in a game. Who knows? I really don't think it's realistic, but we can give them the credit, and at least there is a chance.
There's always a chance. 42 seconds left now. Only a miracle can save Creator.
Taking about chances. You want to take a bet, Ducky? They can?
Nope. I'm going to pass on that one.
Okay.
Well, 32 seconds left now. Creator is starting to make his way towards the island. Lucky Blast will just spot them out and run away, though. That's the issue here. Creator is going to be spotted in 1 or 2 seconds.
22 seconds. There is actually a chance here for Creator to catch him. Oh, the blind shot here coming in. And now he spots him. 15 seconds. Pedal faster a little.
He won't get to that. Lucky Blast can just hide around the corner on his right. He doesn't even need to make his way down 1-2 lines. 7, 6, and 5 seconds left. And that will be Team CryptiK picking up their first round by the hands of a Lucky Blast in his T100 light tank.
I would say if he took a offering what you said, like that you should push a corpse down and cap, he would actually have this round.
Yes, I honestly, because you can put the Rec to shield you pretty much from that side, and you just hold down. I don't know. That was the first thing I thought about.
Well, Deha doing the top damage here, but it was not enough in that crucial moment.
Still made a bad positioning mistake though.
Yeah, if
he
he survived.
Either he goes behind the rock and just sits there, or he just pushes the T100.
I thought he were supposed to push him from the very first second, but they chose to do this, probably as a team, not only him, and it didn't work out. Still, it's nice that CryptiK at least took one round here so far. Now we will have to see how they plan to break defense of Oops on this map, which is also really good.
Yeah. I mean, Oops, I don't think they should let them bother this too much. It's one round.
No, it's only one round. It was really close one. All that counts for them here is they need 3 points, so they can really excel at top. As we said, like it's really unusual situation when we have Ding on 5th spot with 12 points, and if Oops wins this game, they will be on 21, which is like 3 full games above. That's something I haven't seen in the last year and a half.
Yeah, that's just not going to happen. If Oops picks up their 2 wins this weekend, it's pretty much done deal.
Yeah.
So Oops now going to be defending. CryptiK now going to be attacking. Let's see if Oops decides to go for that middle fight as well, or they're going to be more like, yeah, no, but let's just close out the game.
They should just play their standard. We've seen them defend really well, and they don't have any reason.
They're not doing
they just
that.
want to fight.
5 A's, 1 bot, and a T100 on the defensive side for Oops. Interesting.
Pretty much the same lineup for attack. They just don't have TVP.
Yeah, it is.
And they have a T100 instead of Mental.
So let's see what Oops decides to do. They're going towards the hill to begin with. Insane is splitting off on the left-hand side though, Mojo.
Yeah, we should just listen now to the other side and see how it goes.
Well, it's going to be a straight middle engagement. Camel going towards the hill. Let's listen into Team CryptiK and see what they're doing in this one.
Ale zbiorę.
On może objeżdżać.
Dobra, nie zebrałem.
Uciekł.
Ale
Oni
tak,
podjeżdżają agresywnie.
bo oni podjeżdżają.
Wjeżdżają.
Państwo to fokus.
Nie wjeżdżają, nie pękujcie tak.
Ale oni na skrosie mają z Kerolfem.
A na chuj
O.
jeszcze za tą skałką będą.
Nie wiem, no ja to
Dawajcie, wylewamy się w przód, co? Dawajcie, Jolo.
Ja-
Dawaj mocno,
Mouse.
wypierdalaj.
Jedziemy.
grałem za wcześnie.
No ale kurwa Gremlin.
Krowy.
Karolfa.
No dawajcie Kerolfa, 700. Ja już zginę.
Trzeba zrób wrak,
Łatwo
zrób
mnie
wrak.
strzela. Ale zasłaniam.
Masz wrak, blast.
Ja mam też amoraka.
Ale minus
No nie mogę, kurwa, nic strzelić, pierdolę.
Patrzę na plecy, to szybko. Ja mam amoraka. Czemu się nie schowałeś za wrakiem? No kur...
Well, the YOLO came out from Team CryptiK, but they took so much damage on crossing towards the Oops tanks that it didn't work out whatsoever.
Much better team coverage here by Oops guys. Although Camille did a huge mistake and fell down from the cliff and lost like 900 HP in a start. Covering of each other teammates, of Oops. We still have 7 guns in the game. Both butchers of CryptiK are on reload and on desperate run.
Yeah, Santi, Micmac, I think they know this is all but over for them. Micmac gonna peek out, gonna give one towards Insane. Insane cannot trade it. He's not gonna be happy about that. But now these 2 bats are spotted out. The rest of the Oops team will start closing the distance and will end this game 5-1. A little bit of, you know, dirt on their record because they lost that 1 round, but nonetheless, 3 points.
It's the same result they won CryptiK last time, and my prognosis for this match was then correct. 5-1, die!
Oh, that's not even cool, dude. That is not even cool. As Deja picks up his triple, ends it in 5-1. That's not even cool.
Why?
Why? I mean, this is just pure luck, honest to God.
Things happen. And
Yeah.
sometimes you don't push the corpse to the cap so you can win the game.
Yeah, that's true. That is true. See, Oops should hire me, man. I got that mindset.